Okay, welcome to a reflection today about 3 steps to building self-esteem, improving your self-esteem. So enjoy. So I was just reflecting, looking over the clients I've been working with over the past year, and noticing a core theme is to do with self-worthiness, about inadequacy. And I noticed when I did some training last year with matrix reimprinting, in that when the trainer, Carl Dawson, he asked us to put our hands up if we felt that we had a belief which we were not good enough, and everyone in the room put their hand up. And therefore I see that this part of building self-esteem is really important for us, because I see growing up that we've shone, we've done something really amazing, and yet in that great space we've been criticized by other people who have felt jealous, and we have been maybe shunned if we were very good at sport, or we were very good at music, or we were very bright. We were either insulted, called a boffin, or we were, our friends didn't want to speak to us. And therefore we've learnt that to be really confident, to be full of, our own self-worth, is to be criticized, is to be put down. So we've learnt to criticize ourselves, to put ourselves down, to feel that we're not good enough. So today I just thought I would share with you 3 ways that you can, and 3 steps to improving your self-esteem. So the first way is, I want you to just reflect over your life and think over about 20 memories. And I've done this work over the years, and I've literally found 100, 200 memories of times where positive things have happened. And I've done them for all different areas, like confidence, self-esteem, love, real joy, happiness, and I've written them down. And my homework for you in the first step is to remember 20 times in your life where you have done something really well. It might have been at school, it might have been something you performed, either music, maybe it was in sport. And to think of something, I did that really, really well. Could be something more recent. Again, to really connect to that. And what I want you to do, this is the first step, is just to write these down. And think, okay, I was this age, and this happened. And you write these things down. Okay, so the second step is to then really flesh this out. I've written this down. And if you've got photos as well, maybe it's, you were on holiday, or it was a sporting event and you've got a photo, that's really good as well. The second thing is to find 10 images of people who really inspire you, who you feel have great self-esteem. So for me, that could be, some of mine are things like the Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela. It could be some of the other spiritual teachers that I follow, Ajahn Chah, Ajahn Brahm. So seeing these people who I think, these people have real high self-esteem. And that's the second step. The third step then is to, every day, and this is the most important part, because what we've got is, if you imagine in our neural pathways, we have created a furrow which is low self-esteem. And what we're doing is we're creating a new pathway, a new furrow. So we've got this one here. We're creating a new furrow which is high self-esteem, thinking really highly of ourselves. And at the beginning it's very small, but the more we practice every day, we put in practice, which I'll share in step 3, we start to increase the size of this furrow. So we go, it becomes part of us to think well of ourselves. And the third aspect of this is to remember these images, really to step into them. So if you imagine maybe you were great at running as a kid. I was good at 3-legged race. So it's like, yeah, stepping into that. It's like, oh yeah, really feeling those feelings of what did it feel like to be good at something. Maybe it's you did a bit of work and it was like, oh, yeah, really good. And it's like, again, stepping into that, being in that memory, making the colors bright, and feeling those feelings and letting those feelings become more powerful. They increase, and really feeling those feelings. And the next thing is those pictures you've got of the people who have high self-esteem. You imagine that they're in front of you. So they're here, and maybe they're facing away from you or facing towards you, and you just step into them. So it could be, I imagine the Dalai Lama, and I step into, how does he hold himself? Someone with high self-esteem. And you really stay with that. And you do this once or twice, it's great. But if you start to do this, UCL showed that on average, a new habit or pattern takes about 66 days to change. Some it takes 21 days, sometimes up to 200, but the mean is 66 days. So if you can do this practice, the third part, certainly you do the first 2 parts at the beginning, but the third part you do that for 66 days, you'll really start to notice your self-esteem build. And it won't matter what others think of you. It'll be an internal quality. It's like, oh, I just feel better about myself. So again, the first step, going over those, is to think of 20 times when you've really done something well. You've really succeeded, you felt really good, some project you've done, a sport, an activity, in relationship, and just, write those down. Second thing is to picture and find pictures of 10 people or 10 images of people who have high self-esteem. And the third aspect is to step into those, into the memories and into those people, to really feel, what does it feel like? And to do that for at least 66 days and just watch how you change. And if that is something you've done and you've watched this video and then you have tried this out, please comment below. How do you feel? How is your self-esteem? And maybe at the beginning of the journey, before you do step 1, is to write down what is your level of self-esteem. 10 being great, 0 being not at all. And chart. How do I feel on day 1? And then how do I feel after day 7, day 14, day 66? And notice how it shifts, that you have the power to change your life. So, it is a longer video today, but I thought this is very powerful. And again, please do comment below. Many blessings to you.